Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Well, today we're in the middle of lockdown and I finally got round to having a look at some of the jobs that's needed sorting for, dare I say it, possibly a couple of years in some cases. Today I'm looking at quivertips that I've managed to break during sessions I've been on the river bank, ponds. Probably down to clumsiness on my behalf, but that's unfortunately me. I've opened a rod pack up. One rod that's got 5 quiver tips. 3 of them, as we can see here, still in perfect working order. White and red, and a white and yellow one. Various strengths. 2 ounce, ounce and a half and a ounce mixture between carbon and glass. 2 tips I've managed to break. One of them, this was a couple of an ounce on carbon. It's now more than a couple of ounce. Going to be a nice strong tip is that. And half ounce glass tip. They've come off an Abu rod of these, but I'm sure it's easy enough on all the other rods. This one I've already prepped up, taped up where I want it to remain black over the whippings, and I've also trapped some cling film over the eyes because I don't want the eyes being gunked up either whilst they do the job. Taped over the end of it. I want that to remain the same diameter so it fits into the rod. Important bit. Don't forget that one. So I shall continue and tape up the other one. Right, the masking up stage. Tape I'm using today is just yellow frog tape from B&Q, decorator stuff. Basically it's what I have in the garage. And a little bit of cling film to go over the eyes. Let's start taping one of these rings up. Firstly, grab yourself a little bit of tape and give it half a wrap around the tip of the rod. Get yourself a tiny thumb size piece of cling film. Use that to blank off the eye. Don't feel afraid to snap a bit off. Once you've done, as you can see, and then all you do is trap the cling film underneath the masking tape, keeping a good straight edge on the edge you want blanking off. And there you have one eye done. If that's in focus, if you can see that. I'm not going to do all of them on tape, it's going to be boring for you. Next, come down to the butt end. Don't want any paint on that. So grab a couple of lengths So it's going to be more than enough for the bit that goes into the tip carrying section of the rod. And just blank that off, like so. I'm doing 2 just to be on the safe side. Like so. And finally, it's no longer a 2-ounce carbon curve, but I'm going to tape that off as well, then it gives me an idea what it was. And again, I'm using 2 because it was written over a length wider than one of my pieces of masking tape. So there's that bit masked off. Right, I'm going to continue and finish off masking up the rest of the lines, rest of the rings. And that is the second one completed. Looks quite nice actually with yellow on it, but it's going to go white and red. As I said, I've been to find them. The next step is to spray paint them up. The coat, I were to spray it up in a white acrylic paint. It's modelling paint. Picked it up for a couple of quid off eBay plus delivery. This will be for the entirety of the quiver tip. I'm just going to white it up first of all the whole tip. Might take a couple of coats, but we'll just have to see. And some very bright, allegedly fluorescent red. This is for the tips. I've read the instructions and it says shake well before use. So I shook it last week. I hope that's okay. Ha ha ha, that's my funny bit for the video. I've given it a right good shake in the last couple of seconds. Right, we better go outside to do the spray painting. I don't think Mrs L would be very happy if she came home to a red and yellow stripy table. So right, off outside we go. Start with a white one. Give it a few turns. Whilst it dries. And we'll get the same for the other one. Right, I'm going to give them 10 or 20 minutes to dry, just like that. I've given them a spin whilst they've been drying, so just hopefully let the tackiness get off of them. Right, well that's the white done and dusted and dried up on them now. Feel quite good. Next step, to mask these off and to spray paint the top section Oz red. Right, got my cling film, I've got my tape, got my red paint. Leaving top two sections open so I can red them up. Just to stick it down. Use a little bit of tape. Don't need to be too neat here. We've already got a good edge. One at bottom to hold it at bottom. We'll just put one in the middle for safety. Exactly the same for the other one. Break away from all furniture, then Mrs. Elders at shape. Don't know if you can see that, but it's beautiful. And the other one. There we go. Red tape. Give them a chance to dry. We'll give them a chance to dry and go and have a brew. Right then. There they are, all nicely dried off. Now must have had a couple of hours. Let's unveil them. Not bad for a first attempt. Red, black, and a load of white. Needs a bit of tidying up and possibly a bit more white on it. But quite a nice attempt for number one. Unfortunately, the battery ran out on camcorder before I could finish stripping it. This is how it's turned out. Possibly could have done better, a bit better masking techniques. Probably should have let the white dry a bit better, and cling film might not have been the best of stuff. But I think for a first attempt, it's not too bad. That red looks a treat in the sun. Right then, there we go. That's a pair of Quivertips made into river standard. White, masked off fairly well at the bottom. Some of the joints where I put the cling film didn't quite work properly, and the white seems to have stretched onto the top. But what I'll do is I'll give that a scrape off later. All in all, I don't think it's a bad attempt for a first try.